My name is Samuel Olashinde, also known as Samuel Ajirebi. I'm an actor, writer, and a filmmaker. I grew in an environment that speaks film. My father is an actor, and for the most part of my childhood, the place I recreate is on set. I go on set, see films, act, and all of those. So I fell in love with film quite early in my life, and I remember the moment I said I was going to be a filmmaker. I think I was very young, maybe sometime around 2005. I went to Baba Tunde Kilani's office in Oshodi then. And then when I entered, there was this frame on the wall. I saw it. And then on that frame, I saw somebody on the camera, somebody sitting somewhere directing. And then I looked at the picture, I was like, I want to be that guy on the chair. And yeah, if I don't become that guy, I'll be that guy on the crane handling the camera. So I could tell I wanted to do film at that moment. And from that time, I think the love has ever been increasing. So my expectations for the Accelerate class then, from the beginning, was first to learn film, or to learn from the view of the seasoned speakers that would be brought. And yes, they were met, and in fact, they were surpassed, because there are some moments in the class that would stick with me forever. So yes, they were met, and I wanted to win the funding. And yes, I did. So the title of my short film is Egbeji. And Egbeji is the story of a sorcerer who lost his son to questionable circumstances, and he believes that no, you cannot let this lie low. So he goes on a mission to get who actually did this, only for him to discover that sometimes things are left unsaid, and if you say them, you have to face the consequences. So Egbeji for me did not just come out of, it didn't come out of, me planning it for a very long time. It wasn't even the thing I wanted to pitch. I had another story I wanted to pitch, but there's this strategy: know the people you are, competing against. I looked around and I knew that, nobody was coming to this angle I'm going to, okay? I was the only person who pitched the kind of story I pitched. So let me take my game to a place where nobody's going to play with me. And yes, nobody did. It worked. And the good thing about it is I am a passionate teller of indigenous stories. I like to tell indigenous stories, very indigenous, as epic as they can be. So yeah, I think Egbeji gave me that opportunity to do it, and thank God we did it. The roles I played on the project Egbeji was I wrote, I directed, and then I wrote and co-performed some of the songs. At some point, you do so many things you don't even give yourself credit for. It's your dream, it's your vision. So sometimes you have to co-costumier, you have to co-location driver. The biggest challenge, I think it was from the execution, when we wanted to start the journey of execution, and it was looking like the budget was, looked like the dream is outweighing the budget. And I was actually scared, and I said, I faced the supervising producer, you know what, can I just change the story from epic and make it maybe Oscar something I can see in Lagos, so that I would spend the travel fee and stuff, spend it on actually filming the project. And she was like, no, you will not do that, Samuel. We love this work because you pitched it as an epic project. So you will do it as epic. You know what? Leave it. Leave the production. Go and face the director. And then she called my producer. She said, you know what? We're going to produce this work, and we leave Samuel out of it. Let him go direct. And yes, they produced it. And I was able to direct seamlessly. The way I felt when I saw the final cut, I would describe it as, when somebody travails, when you push, when you labor, and you finally see that child. That feeling of, did I do this? Did I actually best this? Because beyond being the maker of the film, I ended up becoming a fan of the work. I love the film myself. And so I was proud of the film. I could tell people that, hey, you need to see this film because it was worth the watch. I would like to appreciate our big mommy at Accelerate, Colette Otusheso. Thank you very much for having a kind of vision where younger ones can actually have a voice, where they can dream, and on your shoulders, those dreams can come to pass. It means a lot to me, and I say a very big thank you. I also want to thank every single member of Accelerate family, every person who worked on the project, the AFMP project, that saw my cohort and saw us through the filming process. Thank you very much. And I also want to thank every single member of my class. Thank you very much, guys. Your ginger, your support, your admiration, your words of commendation did this. And lastly, I want to thank every single person who worked on Egbeji with me. You all are amazing. God bless you all.